What up, guys? This is Guido, the creator of Belts Most Wanted Scammers. As you can see, I'm trying to cool off here with this hot Cali weather. It's up in the 90s, and it's just gonna get even hotter. But I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about a popular belt maker recently making the list and Belts Most Wanted Scammers. Now, before I go into full details, for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, and if you're not a member of Belts Most Wanted Scammers, go ahead, send a request on Facebook. Just type in Belts Most Wanted Scammers in the search bar. Send that request, fill out all the questions, and become a member of this group, and you could update yourselves in yesterday's and today's belt scammers. A lot of people you guys need to know about, people that you didn't even know that became scammers or be on the lookout. So we're going to talk about a known individual in the belt game, and this company is A&Js Belts. It's been around for about 7 years, I believe. And fairly recently, A&J Belts, more specifically John Barbarossa, made the list on Belts Most Wanted Scammers. Now, what's going on with this picture? So, what happened here, for those of you that don't know or has not been around in the belt game for that long, long story short, AJ's Belts has slash had, depending on how you look at it, from either the side of being a loyal customer to them or from a non-biased side. But they have a reputation that's good and that's bad. That's almost like 50-50. So basically, the bad side would be about them sending poor quality products, more specifically when it comes down to the leather work. There's a lot of people complaining about their leather work and about their service throughout the years, guys. And recently they made the list, not only because of all those old complaints and new complaints, not just the old, but there's still complaints today about the products. People that requested refunds, discounts, or simply for AJs to find a solution, and nothing was done. So the good part of what's been going on here is that a lot of people are satisfied with their work, and a lot of people are repeated customers of AJ's Belts. So why did they land on Belts Most Wanted Scammers list? Simply put, they utilize someone else's photos to conduct business. Well, what am I talking about? So if you were to type in, if you're a member of Belts Most Wanted Scammers, and if you go to the search bar on Facebook there, Belts Most Wanted Scammers, type in 23-0193 or A&J's Belts or John Barbarossa, you'll be able to see pictures there on the comments on his file, and you will see pictures of leather work that was put in. I don't know if he put it in or someone from his team and his company put in leather work that did not does not belong to A&Js Belts, and it belongs to somebody else. I went ahead and contacted the owner of that picture, of that leatherwork, and he stated that he did not give A&J Belts, more specifically, did not give John Barbarossa permission to use his leatherwork. Now, A&J Belts, by them putting that leatherwork, that picture on their website, on their Facebook group, they said that that's their work when it is not. So that's considered as shady business. That's a big no-no. We all know that, when one person uses another person's pictures of belts or of work and say that that's theirs when it's not, you're not telling the truth. And that's one of the reasons why A&J Belts ended up on the list here at Belts Most Wanted Scammers. Funny thing is that A&J's Belts in general is in other scam groups lists and belt reviews as well, other groups. So this, again, it's not just only in my group. They're also on lists on other belt scamming groups or belt review groups. So I took the liberty before putting that post or making that file on A&Js in my group to contact John Barbarossa himself to get his side of the story, which I normally do when somebody brings up a case to me, or if I were to find someone a file, if I were to find this happening myself, I would go ahead and contact both sides and get both of the stories, right? They say that there's always two sides of the story, and that's what I normally would do. So in this case, John Barbarossa was contacted by myself, and there was no reply. So I do see him being active on A&J's Belts on Facebook. Again, he's been in the business for about 7 years, I believe. His group has about 15,000 plus members, so it's one of the biggest belt groups out there today. And I do see him posting in there almost every day. So, John, if you see this video, if you could please contact me so that I could get your side of the story to see what is going on. Now, this picture about this leather work, the owner did show me that he himself did contact John Barbarossa and emailed him about, hey, well, why are you using my work? You didn't get permission to use my work. And John Barbarossa did answer him back, saying something about it along the lines of, oh, well, sorry, that he didn't know that it was his work and whatever. And that's pretty much what happened. Yet he's still keeping, checked it out today, and he's still keeping that leatherer's work on his pages, and he didn't get permission to use that picture. So that's some shady shit that's happening. And I know that this A&J's Belts is a big group, so they have a lot of loyal customers and repeated customers that are not too happy that he made my list and my group. But what you guys need to understand is, when the evidence is there, there's not much that can be said. You know, this guy's got a history, and he's got a reputation. And like I said, it's like a 50-50, you know. 50% of it's good, 50% of it's bad. And it's all up to you guys. Whoever's watching these videos that I put up, it's up to you guys to decide whether you would still want to conduct business with people like that. I'm not saying don't go over there because you're gonna get scammed. You know, it's just all, again, information for you guys to hear, and you guys decide whether you guys want to still deal with people like John or any other belt makers or belt customers, belt sellers, belt traders, belt modifiers, belt middlemen, belt admins that land on my list. Entirely up to you guys. I'm not here to say uh, don't go there, don't go to this guy, don't go to that guy. All I'm here to pretty much say, watch out and beware when they're either labeled a belt alert, scammer alert, or if they're labeled a be on the lookout. Ultimately, at the end, again, my group is here just to let you guys know, simply watch out for these guys. Okay? So you guys can do whatever you want. There's grown ass men, grown ass women out there that don't need to be told what to do. It's entirely up to you guys. So I'm not here to convince you guys. Say don't go here and don't go there, like other groups out there. So again, you guys can make whatever decisions you want. Just simply put, when one belt maker, whether this belt maker or if it's an admin, you know, moderator, seller, trader, whatever, has been in the business for a few months, or they've been in the business for 10 years or more, all you need is to flip one time, and that's it. That's all you need. Flip one time, and you're gonna end up at Belts Most Wanted Scammers, and you're gonna have a file number, your mugshot, and everything on there. So, and that's the way it works, guys. You know, I conduct my investigations. I get both sides of the story, person that's reported to me and the person that's being accused, and we go from there. It's that simple. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time because people have jobs, right? They have other responsibilities. And at the end of the day, I mean, this is a hobby, so this is going to be the last thing that someone's going to worry about when they have their own personal lives. They got work to do. You know, they have kids that they got to take care of, or they have other legitimate businesses that they got to run. So I do give people a time limit when to respond back when I hit them up. Now, if they don't hit me up within a certain amount of time, then I got no choice but to go ahead and make the file list and, you know, leave it as is. And if they do hit me up after, then I'll go ahead and put an update after, you know. So it's very important for you customers out there that when you see your favorite belt maker or your favorite, you know, middleman or whoever that lands here at Belts Most Wanted Scammers, and not even just here, whenever they land into other scamming groups, you know, you guys need to do your homework, that there is a possibility that, you know, there is people out there that flip. You know, unfortunately, they become greedy. You know, unfortunately, they use other people's pictures of work because their work is looking badass, and they steal those pictures and they try to claim that it's theirs or their company's to get more business in, and you're not going to get that kind of work. That's some shady ass shit, and you can't do that. So, you know, the customers out there, the loyal ones that are out there, getting upset on why, this maker made the list, and not just only in my group, but in other groups, you know, that's something that you got to talk to that maker, your favorite maker, whoever that may be. Several makers has already made it on Belts Most Wanted Scammers, and I had several customers, loyal customers from those groups hit me up. No, that's not true. They're not scammers. I bought for them 10 times. I never got scammed once. Well, there is people out there that's going to not get scammed. There is people out there that's not going to, they're not going to get touched. But tell that to the victims. What about the victims? They're out there. There's people that are out there, they got scammed by popular makers. I'm not here to say that every maker out there is a scammer. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's a possibility that even the most popular makers that are out there can be scammers down the line, going down the line. So it's a possibility. Anything is possible. There's even guys that are part of bout groups out there that are admins, that are middlemen, that eventually flip. They do flip. And I've got some of those guys. They have a file in my group, and they're there, and then I get blocked, I get kicked out of groups because what happens? Because they get put on blast, because they got caught, So luckily, this group, Belts Most Wanted Scammers, is non-biased, man. I don't have no favorites in the bout game. It's just me by myself, and whoever I buy bouts from. We all know it's a business, and that's the ultimate truth, man. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not here to sound like a dick, but at the end of the day, it's all about business, and I run this group as what it is, dude. I got no favorites out there. I've bought bouts from certain makers. Things went according to plan, and I bought bouts from other makers that things didn't go according to plan. So just to show you guys that even it happens to me. I've been scammed myself, and I've been mistreated myself, and then I have also had great customer service by makers, and things went smooth, no issues, no nothing. So that's just the way things are.